Hey guys, really simple tools I want to give you today of inventorying your life and paying attention to what things fill you up and what things drain you. Um, if I had the ability, this light would light up when I said that, but it doesn't. So we're just going to have to use our imagination, which is great because your imagination is a wonderful, powerful tool. Totally unrelated, but back to what we're talking about. So a lot of people don't pay attention to which things in their life actually deplete them versus fill them, and they just pay attention to what the results are. They'll get to a certain point in their day where they're totally drained and they don't know why. They might be able to look at a few examples of what led them there, but they don't even know how to get back out of that. Then they'll get to points in their life where they're like, wow, I really enjoy this, but they don't actually pay attention to what the components were that brought them there. But what I want to encourage you to do is actually take an inventory of those things in your life, make an assessment, and then be intentional about paying attention to those in your everyday life. And I guarantee you that you're going to get through your days in a much more evened out way. For me, how this looked was I took a piece of paper, cut it in half, wrote on one side drainers and wrote on the other side fillers. And then on the drainer side, I just wrote down what are the things that in the course of my day just make me feel depleted. They take my energy, they take my soul energy, they take a lot of heart work. You know, is it hard conversations with people? Is it meetings? Is it physical labor? Is like, what are the things? Because different things pan out differently to different people. Some people love physical labor. Some people, it just depletes them. Some people love being around other people all the time, and some people it drains them. We're all kind of different. So pay attention to what it is in your own life that affects you that way. So write down all the drainers, and just as you're doing this, say, just ask your heart, Holy Spirit, would you reveal to me what drains my heart? Then on the other side, the fillers side, that's the fun side, where you write down all of the things that actually, when you partake in those things, it makes you feel alive, it fills you up, it makes you feel energized, like I love life when I do these things. That can be something as simple as watching a sunset or feeling the wind on my face, or it can be something like going to an amusement park, going to Europe, doing something like that. But write those things down, be creative with it. One of the things I found in my life was that as I made this list, one of the things that jumped out onto that fillers list that kind of surprised me was climbing trees. I don't remember when I climbed trees before that, but it just popped into my head, so I wrote it down. And then after I wrote it down, what I experienced was that I had a newfound permission to actually enjoy that thing that I secretly actually enjoyed before that. I just hadn't done it in a long time because it's not normal to see adults go climb trees. But what I realized was once I wrote it down, I now viewed this as a value in my life. So when I would get out of work or some sort of meeting throughout the day and I just felt a little depleted, I would feel like a permission to go climb a tree. So even yesterday, I had a mildly stressful day and I went and rode my Vespa because that's one of the things on the filler list, and I went to a park and I saw a tree and I climbed up into the tree while listening to classical music, and I just sat there and smiled and just thanked the Lord that I could do that with him. And as I sat up there, I'm like, I don't care if people see me and think that I'm a weirdo, because this is one of the things that I know is good for me. So if you're like me, something about writing it down on this list it just gives you permission to enjoy those things that are actually enjoyable for you. And the really sweet part about all of this is we're made to enjoy life. We are made to be filled up by enjoyable experiences, and I think a lot of people don't feel permission to do that, and so when they go to get that need filled, they kind of like turn off to the Lord and go over here and do their fun thing, and then they come back to Him and they get all serious with Him. But let me just tell you, when you can enjoy things with God, it makes life a lot better, and it makes that relationship a lot better. Imagine a romantic relationship where every time you wanted to have fun, you snuck out of the house and pretended like you were doing hard work, and then you come back and you're smiling, and your wife's like, "Why are you smiling?" That's not how, that just wouldn't work. A healthy relationship would be like, "Come on, honey, we're going to go do something fun." And that's how we get to be with the Lord and with ourselves. So I give you permission to inventory your life and actually partake in those enjoyable things that give you life, and just treat yourself sometimes, you know? All right. Thanks, guys.